Hello and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. I don't even want to say how long it took to get this thing working. My poor computer is struggling so much. It took so long. My coffee went cold. Anyway, let's continue right where we left off. Waltz's words loop persistently in my mind. We were friends. I sit on one of the chairs in the reception area, trying to put my thoughts in order. There is no way that he is my friend. So handsome. I love the red. Oh, what is this? What a delight to run into the princess at this hour. Though I must ask, why are you still awake, darling? I jump at the sound of Karma's voice. I turn to look at him. Karma frowns at the expression on my face. You look like you've seen a ghost. I can only stare at him in response. No, I was just thinking about how beautiful I am. I roll my eyes and change the subject. What are you doing up this late? A nighttime stroll? I found myself filled with ennui. Right. I will go and retire the night for now. Have a good sleep. It will be another long day tomorrow. You do not have to remind me. You still have a ways to go before you get used to the commoner's lifestyle. I certainly struggled with it. I certainly struggled with it. Oh, it's Karma speaking. Karma barely works. I've only ever seen him slack off. But wait, are you a noble, Karma? Perhaps. Perhaps? Perhaps. This is going nowhere. The tavern is full of secretive people. I wonder if this lifestyle has anything to do with this curse. Well, I'm not planning to get used to the commonest lifestyle. I will break my curse as soon as possible. But for that to happen, you have to change. It seems like we both have a long way to go before that happens, Princess. Oh, another flashback. We don't want to play with you anymore. But why? We are friends, are we not? Friends? Who said that? You did. We were friends until you stopped sharing your toys. But that is because you still haven't... What? You haven't returned the toy I gave you. Return them? You gave them to us. No, I did not. Oh. Oh. This is so sad. I warned you, dearest one. Didn't I tell you? People will only hurt you in the end. That is why I forbade you from playing with those children. I only ever want what's best for you. I'm sorry, Mother. I'm so sorry. Hush now, dearest one. Mother won't let anyone hurt you anymore. And that is the end of chapter 4. Or is it the start of chapter 4? Oh gosh, I'm not sure anymore. Excuse me. 3 weeks have passed since my encounter with the king. I'm once again in town with Watts as he prepares for one of his shows. I have already lost count of how many of his shows I've watched at this point. The excursions have become part of my daily routine. Watts has been insistent on training me as his assistant, so I've decided to play along. Even now I'm helping him construct his booth, though he refuses to let me carry anything too heavy. I've experienced so many new things these past few months, things I'd always wanted to experience, but I'd never told anyone about. Somehow Watts knew about all of them. Even when he told me that we were childhood friends and insisted that my memories of him had been erased, I hadn't believed him. But now, I'm beginning to believe that he is telling the truth about this forgotten friendship. Walt smiles at me from where he is assembling the phone booth. You used to dream about getting out of the palace to see Angel. And now you're here. You can't imagine how happy I am that I can finally fulfill all of the promises I made to you. I still have reservations about believing your story, but, Waltz, even if you did know me a long time ago, I'm not the same. I hand him a small curtain for the booth, my head dipped so I do not have to look him in the eye. I am not the child you used to know. Oh. I know that. But I also believe that the girl I knew all those years ago, the one who was always so happy over the smallest things, that kind, sincere girl, she's still you. How can that be when I don't think I've ever truly known what happiness feels like? After Waltz hangs the curtains, the booth is complete. I expect him to step down from the side as he always does, but he sets his palms down on the table instead and looks at me. When I saw you again that day, I was so happy. I thought fate had brought you back to me. Waltz's voice is very soft when he speaks. But then you still didn't recognize me. Waltz's voice trails off and I frown. There are still so many things that he is not telling me. Eventually, Waltz picks up his box of puppets and smiles at me brightly. Anyway, I've got a show to perform. Don't go anywhere. I notice that his smile does not reach his eyes as I watch him walk away. I look out at the crowd that has gathered for the show. There are a lot of families here today. I watch as two families approach each other. The adults begin to converse with each other while the kids run up to the front of the crowd to catch a better glimpse of the show. Some of the children have their shoes, but the parents are barefoot. All their clothes are dirty and torn. Their lives are clearly hard. But they are still smiling. I have never been in desperate need of clothes or food. I have never had to work for anything. I should have been happier than these people when I was a princess. But now, it must be so eye-opening for her. I am beginning to see that the material things that I had were never enough to buy me true happiness. Hello, everyone! I take a step off to the side as Waltz begins his show. Waltz weaves his story as seamlessly as he always does, captivating his audience with every word, but I'm not paying attention. My focus is locked on the two families standing near me. When I see these people, I cannot help but wonder, what kind of life have I been leading? Is this the flashback? No. Waltz's show was a success yet again. He is smiling from ear to ear as he counts the coins he has earned as a reward for his good performance. You look happier than usual. I am. I've been saving money for a special toy and now I can finally buy it. He says he does not like to be treated out, but he gets so excited whenever he mentions a new toy. I pause at the sound of laughter and look up to see a group of children talking excitedly to each other as they approach Waltz and I. This might be an opportunity. An opportunity? Making these children happy might be a good deed. What? Waltz ignores me as he jogs up to the children. Aw. I love the grey hair. Is it light brown? Anyway, Waltz! The group of children swarm him, talking loudly as they each try to cling to him in some manner. Oh, they love him! We've been waiting forever for you to come back. But I was here a couple of days ago. But you didn't have time to play. Can we play now? Please, please, please. We've been good just like you told us. The boy looked around at the group of children and they all nodded their heads with eager agreement. Well, if you've been as good as you say, how could I say no? The children cheer. I'm going to start counting now. Come on. You won't find us this time. The children disperse around the area. I watch them go with disinterest. That's your cue to hide, princess. What? You're involved in this game too. Why do I need to take part in this? You don't want to play? But we used to play hide and seek all the time. I'm fairly certain I've never played a game like this with anyone before. Is this another memory that was taken from me? Big sister, play with us. A little girl runs up to me and begins to pull me along with her. Hey! I look at Waltz, but he only smiles at me. It seems like I don't really have a choice. Waltz turns to face a wall. He covers his eyes and begins to count. Before I can react, the little girl has let go of me and is running off. What is going on? I turn and see a boy hiding behind a barrel. You have to hide before he finishes counting. They didn't even explain the rules of this game. How am I supposed to know what to do? I look around me to find places that I might hide. Maybe behind a tree? Where should I hide? Let me think. I like the sound of the wooden crate because it makes me feel like a solid snake. Let's hide behind the wooden crate. Ready or not, here I come. I can't believe I'm sitting on dirt to avoid being seen. My dress is getting soiled because I'm sorry. I'm very tired at the moment, so I'm stumbling over my words a little bit. My dress is getting soiled because of a child's game. Found you! So soon? Oh no! My heart begins to race as I turn to look at him, but I realise that Waltz has found one of the children. Oh, so it's not me, so that's okay then. Oh, it wasn't me. Wait, why am I worried about being found? Gotcha! Every so often I hear Waltz proclaim that he's found someone, but he still hasn't found me. Do I get something if I win this game? You still haven't found Big Sister yet. You're right, where could she be hiding? This is quickly becoming boring. Found you! Meet Skipper. I jumped when I hear Waltz's voice behind me. He looks down at me in triumph. You won, Princess. I won? Looks like you're an expert at this game. I am not. You just did not look hard enough. That doesn't change the fact that you still won the game. You should be happy. Hooray! Great job, Princess. Waltz pats me on the back and smiles once again before he turns his attention back to the children. He is right. His praise makes me feel strangely happy. Why? All these strange feelings. It's so bizarre because of the way her mother treated her. She's a stranger to herself and she's been so sheltered. She doesn't... Oh, never mind. So my brain is running away with me a little bit. Right, everyone, that's it. The children begin to whine, clearly disappointed. We only played one round. Now don't be like that. I promise to play another game with everyone soon. Now run along. I'm sure your parents are looking for all of you. One of the children, a little girl, tugs on my sleeve. Thank you for playing with us, Big Sister. Please come again. When did I become Big Sister? Do they remember me? How long ago was my memory erased? Anyway, she smiles up at me before skipping away to join the rest of the children. All the children head off together back towards the residential area of the town. They like you. How do you know that? Didn't you see how happy they were when you joined in? Children are so easy to please. That's why I envy them. Adults aren't like children. They worry too much and don't appreciate the small joys in life. As we grow up, we forget how to be happy. forget how to be happy? Waltz may be right about that. When I was young, my dolls brought me so much joy, but now... Anyway, since you won, you deserve a treat. A treat? You'll like it, I promise. I sit on a wooden bench, waiting for Waltz to return. He said it would be easy for him to go alone because he wanted to surprise me. I did not protest. I've been on my feet all day. I never thought I'd be running around playing with children. I wonder what this treat is going to be. Every time we come to the plaza, it is always packed with people. Most of the popular stalls are clustered in this area. I observe the town quietly, before my eyes land on the statue of the king. He looks noble, riding a rearing stallion. The sight makes my heart twist uncomfortably. I'm pulled out of my thoughts when a child trips and falls in front of me. He begins to cry. Oh, should I do something? But before I can react, a man and a woman are there, pulling the child up. The man takes the child in his arms as the woman rubs his back. There, my love. Mama and Papa are here now. I watch as they slowly walk away, the mother still crooning to her child. The mother would always get angry at me if I was about to cry. I wonder what it's like to be comforted like that. Sorry to keep you waiting. Are you okay? I keep the family in sight for as long as I can before turning to Waltz. I'm fine. I love her golden eyes so much. Here. Oh, I love this art so much. The apple matches his eyes. It's so beautiful. What is this? A candied apple. A long time ago, I promised I would bring you one, but I wasn't able to keep that promise. That's why I'm fulfilling it now. I do not recall such a promise. I twirl the candy, inspecting its glazed and shiny appearance. I didn't know you could make an apple look like this. I promise there's no poison apples here. These ones are just sweet. I sniff at the candy. Sweet. I take a small bite. Well? I become so immersed in my taste test that I do not even hear Waltz. The candied apple tastes like nothing I've ever tried before. This is good. I take another bigger bite. Oh, she likes it. Is that a smile I see, Princess? What? I wasn't smiling at all, was I? When I get some extra money for my shows, I'll make sure to treat you again. I have lots of favourites to show you. There are more desserts like this? Of course. I'll make sure you try all of them. Walt stands and moves over to a trash bin so that he can dispose of his finished apple. It's getting late. We should get back to the marching. Oh, he's so handsome. So, excuse me if I gush a little bit. The next few weeks become a blur. I continue to help out in the tavern while sometimes accompany Waltz for his shows. Though Waltz continues his lessons on goodness, I have yet to gain a single good deed. I'm slowly starting to lose hope. It has been months since I was cursed, and I have yet to complete a single good deed. Today, I have been assigned the task of serving marching customers. I honestly prefer my duties with Mr. Broom. At least I didn't have to mingle with all these people. I've only just entered the tavern when I freeze at the sight of a familiar face. Fritz, what are you doing here? His posture is stiff, his arms are crossed, and he is obviously uncomfortable. What is he doing here? How did he get in here? I walk towards him, but I do not get far before he is in front of me, down on one knee with his head bowed. I finally found you, Your Highness. How does he remember me? How did he find me? Fritz. Princess, I have no idea what is happening, but the whole kingdom. Everyone has completely forgotten you, and let's go somewhere else to talk. I interrupt Fritz when I notice all of the stairs around the room. Not so fast. Seemingly from nowhere, Durian and Garland are in front of me, separating me from Fritz. Lady Durian? Sir Garland? I was told you left Anjou. What are you two doing here? I can ask you the same, Sir Fitzgerald. What are you doing here? Fritz is at a loss for words as he stares at Durian, confused. Answer the question, Sir Fitzgerald. What are you doing here? I'm quickly reaching the end of my patience. Just let him talk to me. Neither Durian nor Garland back down. If anything, they only look more ready to draw their swords. I don't trust him. As I look at the three of them, I remember the story of Durian and Garland's dismissal from the Order of Caldera, so perhaps they hold some type of grudge. Is it because Fritz is Sir Alcaster's son? I do not know why you do not trust Sir Alcaster, but Fritz is a completely different person. He is my knight. He would never harm me. We have our reasons for doing this, Princess. I sighed with my hand to try to dispel an impending headache. I swear, you lot are a bed of snakes. Stop hissing each other. Delora walks in from behind me, swatting at Durian and Garland to move them. She smiles at Fritz before turning to beam the same smile at Durian and Garland. If you are so concerned, then feel free to chaperone the princess with her knight. I'm sure the two of you can handle it if he tries to do something funny. Fritz's voice is quiet when he speaks. You know I would never hurt her. Fine. I glare at Durian and Garland and retreat to the opposite wall, far enough to give Fritz an eye some privacy. Speaks as soon as I sink into a chair. I haven't seen you in 4 months, Princess. It's been that long already? Did you know how worried I was when I woke up one day and realized that Princess Emmeline was in your place? To make things worse, no one remembered you. Not even the king. When I brought up Crown Princess Lucette, everyone thought I was delusional. Where do I even begin? I decide to start with the fact of my curse and how I am meant to break it. So you have the Cinderella curse, and that's the reason you've remained in the margin? Yes. And you need to complete 3 good deeds to break it? That's right. And how many good deeds have you accomplished, if you don't mind me asking? I frown as I shake my head. None. I do not think I am capable of doing good. Of course you are. Look up in surprise at Fritz's impassionate declaration. Let me start with this. I knew, even when we first met, that I was not what you were expecting. I would be surprised to know that I even disappointed you. I wouldn't be surprised to know that I even disappointed you. But you never said a word of complaint, even in the beginning when I made lots of mistakes. And we both knew how clumsy I was at the beginning. There is kindness in you, Princess. I know this for a fact. Even when I look away, I can still feel Fritz's eyes and smile directed at me. Anyway, so if everyone's forgotten who you are, how is it that I can still remember you? That's a very good question. There is only one reason that makes any sense. though it brings up more questions than answers. Those who have the fairy tale affect conditions of another person's curse. What? His face then. Wait, are you saying that I'm cursed? Unless you are secretly a witch or a fairy. Definitely human, I can assure you of that. What about Lady Durian and Sir Garland? Durian speaks up from her corner of the room, though the knights have been feigning disinterest. There is none on our conversation. We aren't cursed, so unfortunately we don't remember Princess Lucette being, well, Crown Princess. We only found out when she came here. I see. Fritz's distress is apparent as he looks grimly down at the floor. Having the curse, which means he either does not know he has it or is refusing to tell me. I can't believe this. How can I have a fairy tale curse and not know about it? Have there been no differences in your life lately? I suppose I've been more forgetful lately. Does that count? You've always been forgetful. I know. Fritz's posture stiffens as Durian walks towards us from the other end of the room. Her arms are crossed and her gaze directed at Fritz is filled with suspicion. How are you able to find this place? Fritz looked back at me as if asking permission, and I nod. I've been dispatching scouts throughout Angel to look for the princess ever since she disappeared. The girl matching her description was seen in this area, entering this house. When my scouts entered this place, they found it empty and abandoned. I figured that this was a good place to start as any for looking for traces of her. Though I was expecting an empty house, not a tavern full of people. Only those with a curse or certain permitted people such as Durian and myself can enter this place and see it for what it is. So I really am cursed then? Fritz is silent for a moment as he considers what was just said to him. That does explain things, though not as much as I'd like. Fritz stands. I still have many questions to ask, but I'm expected back at the palace. Fritz turns to look at Durian. I don't know why the two of you are here, but I'm glad that you are. I know I can trust you to keep the princess safe. Please take care of her. You don't have to tell us twice. Fritz smiles and replies before turning once more to bow to me. Until we see each other again, princess. Excuse me. A week goes by after Fritz leaves the tavern, and my luck does not change. I'm still unable to complete a single good deed. I want to ask Parfait if she knows anything about Fritz and his curse, but she has been absent from the tavern for more than a week. When I asked Delora why Parfait is missing, all the witch said was that Parfait was busy dealing with the rapid spread of the fairy tale curse. How conveniently vague. Today I am accompanying Waltz to the toy shop to buy materials for his upcoming show. But now I cannot find him. He was by these shelves earlier. Where is he gone? I turn a corner and my gaze is caught once more by the dolls on display. Ah, it's pretty. I like the blonde hair. Only I had enough money to buy you. I notice a man standing to the right, in front of the teddy bear displaying shelf. I notice a man standing just to the right, in front of the teddy bear display shelf. Isn't that the father I saw with his daughter a few weeks ago? He's looking at the teddy bear that his daughter wanted, the one he did not have enough money to buy. I watch as he opens one of his clenched hands. There are some gold coins on his palm. I glimpse at the price tag of the teddy bears earlier, and I'm certain that the man does not have enough money to afford the one he is eyeing. I thought I'd have saved enough by now. Now what do I get her for a birthday? The man heads for the next shelf over. He raises a hand to rub at the back of his neck. I walk over and pick up the bear the man was just looking at. It's very soft and somehow comforting to hold. I can see why the girl liked this one. I begin to move towards the counter without realizing. I hold the teddy bear with me with one hand and reach for the bag of coins with my other. The king gave me this money all those months ago, but I never used it. If I buy this bear, I will be completely broke. Miss? Could you wrap this for me? Of course. After she finished wrapping the bear, I turned to search for the father. It seems he is no longer in the shop. Has he left? Wow, that's a big toy you got there. Walt appears with a bright smile on his face. He leans forward to inspect the package I'm holding. I need to find him. Who? I'm sure he hasn't gotten too far yet. Hey, wait! Where is he? Princess, where are you going? Explain? There's something... excuse me, I'm just going to get a drink. I shouldn't be up so late. I have trouble sleeping though, so I'm sorry. Okay, let's try this again. There's someone I need to find. Did you happen to see the man eyeing the large teddy bear earlier? I think I caught a glimpse of him. Why? We need to find that man. I must give this to him. I'm about to run off into the crowd when I feel Walt's hand on my sleeve. I turn to snap impatiently at him, but find my annoyance dying at the expression on his face. Look, I'm not entirely sure what is happening, but I'll help you. But you have to stay with me. We shouldn't be separated in this crowd. Fine. Walt keeps his pace with me as I almost break into a run. It will be difficult to find that man with all these people around. But we should at least try. Oh, this is her good deed! So excited! Walt and I searched for hours, but we never find him. I do not even know his name. We can try again tomorrow. It's going to be dark soon. But it's her birthday. Who? I ignore Walt. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have stopped to explain. Oh no. In the brief second that I close my eyes, I can see the man's pained expression in my mind. I sit down on a bench and clutch the wrapped bear to my chest. He wanted to buy this bear for his daughter's birthday, because he loves her. A familiar ache flares up in my chest. I've spent my whole life wanting the king to treat me the same way that that man treats his daughter. Who says? I promise you we'll look again first thing in the morning. Oh. Walt and I head back to the marching. The weight in my chest slows me down. It's not like you to be sad for this, to be this sad for a stranger. You've changed. Have I? Welcome home, Papa. Oh, maybe we can find it. The girl's voice is familiar. I whirl on my heels and stare at the little girl in the doorway of one of the homes. I thought we were too late, but we found them. The little girl runs from her home to wrap her arms around her father, who picks her up and pulls her into a tight hug. I'm sorry I'm late, sweetheart, but you're here now. Mama, we can start my birthday party now. The girl wiggles out of her father's embrace and runs back into the house excitedly. The man is carrying a small box in his hand, wrapped neatly with a ribbon. He looks down at the gift and sighs. Before he can go inside the home, I walk up to him, tap him on the shoulder. Excuse me. You were in the toy shop earlier. Yes, I was. We've been looking everywhere for you. For me? He looks first at me, then at the package I carry in my arms. Can I help you with something, miss? I heard that it was your daughter's birthday today. She's turning 7 today, but why? Here. Oh, I love the little red bow. This is for your daughter. This is the toy you wanted to buy for her. Take it. No, I can't possibly. Just take it. The man seemed to be in too much shock to reach out for the teddy bear. He shakes his head in wonder. You don't even know who we are. Why would you do something like this? I've been asking myself that all day. You love your daughter very much, don't you? She's my life. She and my wife. But I cannot pay you for this. Papa, why are you taking so long? The girl is suddenly at the door again, her eyes wide, staring right at me. Who are you? The little girl clings to her father's legs. She looks curious, but not afraid. I do not know what to say. This piggy is your fairy godmother, little one. Oh my gosh. I turn to glare upwards. What is he playing at? A fairy godmother? Like the one in Cinderella? Yeah! I shoot Bots another warning look, but he only grins at me. Oh dear, I suppose I should play along. It is a birthday song. Yes, I am. Really? Watts nudges me towards the little girl. I glare at him before I kneel down and hold the wrapped teddy bear out to her. What does Watts usually say to children when he gives them gifts? Oh. It's so unnatural coming from her. Imagine she says it in a very stiff voice. You have been a very good girl. This is for you. The girl reaches out and takes the bear. Her eyes light up as she stares at it. Wait, has she unwrapped it yet? Is this the teddy bear? I nod and the little girl squeals, twirling around with the wrapped teddy bear tight in her arms. Then suddenly she puts the bear down and throws her arms round my neck. Thank you for granting my wish, Miss Fairy Godmother. I am too shocked to react. Mama, look what the fairy godmother brought me. I can only stare as the little girl runs back into her house with the gift. Thank you. I glance at the man who, much to my surprise, has tears running down his cheeks. It is so sweet. He dips into a short bow, then disappears into his home. Look! This is a piece of the glass slipper. Your first good deed. I stare in disbelief at the hovering piece in my hand. One moment it's there, the next it has been swallowed by a bright light and is joined with my pendant. She's actually smiling! I cannot believe it. What? Look. Oh, I'm so happy for her. But Waltz is not looking at my new pendant. He is looking at my face, his gaze enraptured. What are you looking at? He just smiled. I did? It's as beautiful as I remember. I feel slightly embarrassed and have no words as I quickly turn my head away. I'm glad that you decided to play along with my story. You made her birthday extra special by making her believe that you were her own fairy godmother. That no matter how tough things are, every child has someone watching over them so long as they're good. Oh, my eyes are still on the slipper when I hear an unfamiliar voice behind us. Cinderella's glass slipper, huh? We both turn around to stare at a man standing a few feet from us. He is cloaked in darkness, but I can still make out his grin. Oh? Hello, princess. What's going to happen? Oh, chapter 5. To protect. And I think that is a good place to stop. I am very, very tired. Sorry if I stumbled over my words a little bit. I think I'm going to perhaps go to bed and have some sweet, sweet dreams. Thank you for sticking around. And remember, what was I going to say? Oh, I remember that. Know that you are loved and appreciated. Never forget how valuable you are, and don't forget to take the medication. Good night now.